everybody, this is Jackie, and I'm making a documentary talking about how foreigners think about Chinese. And as a Chinese myself, I think that Chinese are humble, polite, maybe sometimes clever, but if you really want to know what foreigners think about Chinese, you better watch this video, because maybe it will change your mind and maybe let you rethink why people think us in this way. Okay, can you tell us your name, your nationality, and tell us something about Chinese?
Hello, my name is Kayane. I'm coming from Turkey. And whenever I think about Chinese people, the first thing comes to my mind is great cooking. I really love Chinese food, and people are really smiling and they're really nice.
My name is Katrina. I'm Austrian, and the first thing that comes into my mind when I think of Chinese is delicious food.
My name is Christoph. I'm from Germany, and for me, Chinese people are quite an interesting culture, and it's the first time that I get to know Chinese people, and it's interesting to get to know them because they are so different from German culture.
Well, hi, my name is Kate. I'm Czech, and the first word I associate with Chinese is karaoke.
My name is Aga. I'm from Lithuania, and since I came to United Kingdom, I changed my opinion about Chinese people. Before, actually, I didn't know anything about Chinese people because we have not that many people in Lithuania. And now I met very nice people that became my really good friends, and they were telling quite a lot about China, and they were giving me to try their dishes, them cooking for us, so it was really nice. We liked quite a lot of that. And they are very generous, though I have met those people who were generous and very friendly. So
my name is Perry. I'm from Greece, and I think I wish I had more friends from China. I'm going to, definitely.
Okay, then why do you want to have more friends from China?
They are interesting, the culture, the power, the current power. Yeah, very interesting. I want to, understand where this comes from. Oh, great history, of course. Very, very amazing.
My name is Paul Hampton. I'm American, and the first thing I think about the Chinese is Yao Ming.
Okay, I'm French. My name is Marine, and about Chinese, many people. Everywhere.
My name is Elisa, and I'm from Greece. When I'm thinking about Chinese, I'm thinking about the dragon, because my Chinese horoscope is a dragon.
My name is Robert. I'm from Poland, and I think the Chinese people are very innovative.
My name is Pamela. I am from Spain.
And then what do you think about Chinese?
I think people Chinese is so good, it's so funny, and I like so much Chinese people.
Okay, my name is Marga. I'm from Spain, and here in England I could see that people from Chinese is different from the people who I met in Spain, sorry, because in Spain I never see Chinese people doing something in the street, or I never see Chinese people in a coffee or in a beach or enjoy with something. They are always walking, and they don't mix with other people, never. But here it's different. I could meet people in, I don't know, other atmosphere or the environment, and I think here I'm more extrovert or nice.
My name is Tuti, and I'm from India. And I think Chinese are very nice people, and like my flatmates, they were two Chinese girls, and I really miss them, Naomi and Miranda, and they were so caring, so loving. They used to make food for me, and I love Chinese food, and they were just like always there, and they used to call their mother also, my mother also their own mother, and they were like really sweet and caring. So basically I really miss them, and I think Chinese are very nice people.
Hi, my name is Gwen.
Gunjan Thakkar, and I'm also from India. First of all, I love Chinese too, and I think Chinese are very hardworking, and I would love to go to China one day.
Okay, so I'm Clementine, I'm French, and when I think about China, I just think about food, because actually in my place we have a lot of Chinese food. So when I think about China, I think about like lots of dishes and very welcoming people, and you can eat very different food, and like you have everything for everybody. So just China for me is really good food.
Whoa. Okay, I'm Elizabeth, I'm French too, and for me Chinese are they're loving luxury goods, and they're all wearing Louis Vuitton bags, and they like to go to Paris and to go shopping.
Sure, yeah, my name is Simon Watson, and I am British, born and bred, Londoner, and Chinese. What does Chinese mean to me? It means Chinese takeaway, Chinese food, chopsticks, crispy duck, love the crispy duck, and the Chinese New Year, the lanterns, and Chinatown in the West End of London.
Well, my name is Arnaud. I come from France. It's a typical French name, say it again. The question is, what I think about Chinese people. To be fair, I don't have a pretty strict idea about Chinese people, but I met lots of Chinese people during my studies, and I've got a really good friend. He comes from Beijing. I went there a couple of years ago. I spent 3 or 4 weeks between Beijing and Shanghai, and the thing is, I really appreciate it. To be fair, what I loved the most was the openness of Chinese people, because sometimes European people think Chinese are not open and they are focused on their own culture, but it's not true. I mean, for the people I've met, it wasn't true. They are really able to understand the different cultures, and when I went to Beijing, the most striking thing was when I was walking in the street, they obviously recognized me because I was white and I had this massive beard. So that was it wasn't feeling uncomfortable, because people can welcome you and they really like you and they just want to know more about you. And I wouldn't say I'm a specialist about Chinese people, obviously, but I could say Chinese people are really open and they like to know more about foreign cultures, and this is really what I like most. To be fair, Beijing was more, let's say, focused on the Chinese culture, and Shanghai was more about multiculturalism. And but I preferred Beijing because you've got lots of Chinese monuments, and this is for me at least. It was typical China, and I have never been to the suburbs or the countryside. But for me, when I think about China, I think about Beijing. And well, I've never been to Hong Kong, and I can't say Hong Kong is different from China, Beijing, Shanghai, or whatever. But the thing is, the overall thing is, I loved China, and well, I think that's it.
I'm Adrian Garcia. My from is Mexico. I think the people Chinese is so strange. It's so strange.
My name is Quentin, I'm French, and what I think about Chinese is there's a lot of them. That's the first thing, there's a lot of them. It's a big country, there's a lot of Chinese. They eat dogs and cats. And they have the eyes like this.
Alright, so my name is Janine, I'm from Germany. I visited China for 2.5 weeks, going to several cities. And the Chinese themselves, they're very nice people, very friendly. But in China there's a weird smell which I didn't really like. But the people are great.
Hi, my name is Mary Noël. I come from France, and what I think about Chinese people, they are always together, always stick in a group, and they are laughing all the time, like and they also believe everything you say, especially the girls I know. You can tell them really stupid things about French people, for example, and they will believe it.
Hello, I'm Chris, and I'm from Greece. And whenever I think of Chinese, I'm just thinking that they are actually invading the world. They are everywhere around us. And basically, cool people to be with. I don't think it's really easy to work with for now because I'm not really used to it. But I think it's getting better and better.
Okay, I'm Gia, and I'm from South Korea. And when I think of China, I first think of those insects on sticks. Because when I first visited China, I was with my high school friends. I went on the street market, and we were so surprised with little scorpions on the stick things. And yeah, I mean, one of my friends tried it, and she didn't really like it. But it's a culture, and I don't know, it's really big.
Okay, my name is Anya, I'm German, and when I think about Chinese, I think about luxury goods. They're crazy about luxury goods.
Chinese, I'm Helen, I'm French, and for me Chinese are just like tourists because they're all over the place in Paris, taking pictures
and buying Louis Vuitton bags.
Yeah, and asking you in the street to buy Louis Vuitton in the streets. Yeah, that's why Chinese are with us. Yeah.
I'm Frederick, I'm German, and before I came here I thought Chinese people would be quite ambitious. But then I met Kayane, or I don't know, actually it was more like my syndicate group and all those people that I've studied with, and I realized they aren't as ambitious as I thought they would be. Okay, kind of suck. Not to be racist, but they don't do what they're supposed to do.
Nicholas again. Changing Nicholas. I'm from France. And the first things that comes to my mind when I think about China is the wall. I don't know why, maybe since I'm a kid, Chinese is the wall of China. Beside that, noodles, chopsticks, and Beijing and the red, the name of the place where they had this revolution. Hong Kong, maybe? No. Anyway, but for the Chinese people, I don't know much because I never got the chance to talk much with them, and I think it's a pity because they are resourceful, as I can see.
Good evening, my name is Michael, I'm German, and the first thing that pops into my mind when I think about Chinese is, I don't know why, it's the color yellow, first of all, and rice. But also that the people, there's a great difference between the traditional China and Hong Kong, let's say. The traditional Chinese, as I got to know them, are reserved, you talk to them and they always pretend to know everything. They're always very kind, very gentle with you, but sometimes they're afraid or too reserved to say the true opinion, or maybe kind of maybe say that they don't know a thing or another. And the Hong Kong Chinese are really they're more westernized. They're more like the Western country people. They're outgoing. They're fun. They dance, and it's a really difference.
I agree, Mikael.
I agree, Nicola.
And I don't think gay people are allowed in China, but me and Nikki would love to go and see your country, guys.
I actually want to marry in China.
Little fun with you guys. We're always open to freehold or whatever. Beautiful, everything. Beautiful. Thailand is good, but as well.
Hello. Shall I go first?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Lucy, and I'm from UK. First of all, Happy New Year. This year's relevant because it's the year of the rabbit, and that's the year I was born in.
Me too!
Yeah, high five. I don't really know too much about China. I remember in my first year I had a Chinese flatmate who used to cook cabbage for breakfast. which I thought was quite strange. So everyone says how amazing the Chinese food is, but I've actually heard our version of Chinese food isn't the same as your version of Chinese food, as in ours is a lot fattier, which I can totally believe because it's just covered in gunk. What else do I know? I read a book once about Chinese women, which I really admired actually. I found that they are just considered lower than dogs, I think it was, and I think the major thing, it was around the 1910, 1920, so it was about 80, 90 years ago, and the most fascinating thing for me was that they actually bound their feet when they were young, so that they wouldn't grow, and that it was the most painful thing that they could put up with, and I thought that was fascinating. But that's about it.
Okay, so hello, my name is Nina, I'm from Austria, a comparable small country to China, I would say. When I think about China, I think of collectivism. I think that Chinese people stick together a lot, and more than us Europeans do, and also they think the same way, and I think when working on towards a goal, they work well towards the goal more than the Europeans do. Together, yeah, exactly, together. I think that's one very important aspect.
I think it's quite nice actually, as well, like a little community.
Yeah, exactly, a community thinking. That's, I think, the major point.
My name is Mohammed El Jafari. I'm Moroccan, and I had many experiences with many Chinese during my life. And to talk about Chinese, yeah, they usually stick together. So, for example, when you go to the restaurant, you have a huge table where you only have Chinese people. They don't mix with other nationalities. But then, what else can I say about Chinese? Well, there are some Chinese that make the effort to talk to you, but majority of Chinese, they are, how do you say, closed, yeah, they are kind of closed, and they don't come to you unless you go and make the effort. Many of them, even if you make the effort, it's useless. You should make more effort and more to make them talk. But there are a lot of cool Chinese that are not in this category, so.
Well, hey, I'm Andy, I'm from Germany, and well, what do I think about Chinese? Like, there's a lot of them, like, even not just in China, even here in England.
Aston.
Well, Aston, yeah. I mean, sometimes, like, well, whenever there's like a big group of people somewhere, like, it's hard for them to integrate, I guess, and so, like, I didn't really have too much contact to the Chinese here, to be honest. But I've been to China once, and like what I think about Chinese is like they're really polite. Maybe sometimes even over polite. Sometimes I feel kind of like insecure, like about how to react, or if they're actually like just being polite because they need to or because they want to. Great food, like probably the best cooks in the world after the Germans. And the Austrians, yeah,
sausage.
Kaiserschmarrn.
That's just amazing.
Well, so you can continue.
Yeah, well, hi, my name is Arne. I'm from Germany too.
Bye.
Yeah, and yeah, my opinion about Chinese is I was kind of surprised how many there are around, especially in Aston. And one thing that kind of bugs me is that we actually have these quite strict language standards here, but from what I experienced, their English skills are quite on a low level, which is sometimes hard to deal with because you actually have to work with them, and they have good ideas, they know their stuff, but sometimes it's just hard for them to express themselves in a language I can understand. I mean, I had one term of Chinese in my undergrad, but honestly it's just a totally different world, so I wouldn't be able to understand a word in Chinese apart from ni hao and like xie xie, but that's about it.
I just know ni hao.
So yeah, but as Andy already said, they're really over polite. I love our Chinese Quarter here, best food in town, and lots of variety. That's what I like. And So yeah, it's always a good laugh to go there.
I really like the fact that many of them are coming over here, and like although I think they must have really hard time, like just because like of the like English they don't necessarily speak that well, and so I think it's really cool and really brave for them to come over here and give it a try and get to know the culture. I don't know if I would go to China with the Chinese skills or the language skills that like Chinese over here have. So I think that's really impressive.
That's quite brave, I agree. And Happy New Year, Rabbit Year.
Yeah, that's true. Happy New Year. It's Chinese New Year's today. So.
I am Luca Vento. I am Italian, 100% Italian, 100% Italian. And what I have to say about Chinese is the following. 40 years ago, the NASA went to the moon. Today, I have Chinese technology in the pocket. This is how I perceive Chinese. This is the future. If you don't know how to do business with Chinese, you don't know how to do business with yourself. So please, try to agree with yourself whenever you wake up in the morning. And try to find some network where you can do some business with your pocket. Bye-bye.
祝大家心想事成，新年快樂！
新年快樂，萬事如意，
馬到公司，
恭喜發財。